what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we got some breaking news this, you know, evening, night, whatever you want to call it. I mean, guys, this is a big trade. I mean, not the Luka big trade, but this is honestly a need that the Lakers wanted to resolve, and they got it. But it came at a cost, a big cost when it came down to it. And I'm going to get into the details of this trade according to Shams Charania of ESPN, and just in general what this trade means for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to the center position, and just in general for their future and everything like that. But before anything, like always, please be sure to hit that notification bell and, of course, subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And, of course, follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. Please make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the breaking news. The Lakers have traded for Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, in this trade, unfortunately, the Lakers gave up a ton. I'm going to say it, all right? The Lakers gave up a ton to get a guy that has potential. He has potential, and he has the capabilities of helping the Lakers on the defensive side, and, of course, rebounding as well when it comes down to it. Guys, this is Mark Williams. This guy has obviously is a young guy. He's like 22 years old, 22, 23 years old. So judging by this trade, guys, let's just read more according to the score here. The Los Angeles Lakers struck a deal to acquire center Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets for Dalton Knecht, Reddish, and a 2030 pick swap. And, of course, the Lakers gave up their 2031 unprotected first-round pick, according to Shams Charania of ESPN. He's a 7-footer. Immediately will restock the Lakers with size after they gave up Anthony Davis in the trade, in a blockbuster trade for Luka. And obviously, this is a third-year pro, averaging around 16 to 15 points per game, 9 to 10 rebounds a game. He's a Duke product. He was selected in the 2022 draft with the 15th overall pick. And as this stands right now, guys, I mean, this was a surpriser, but at the same time, it was not a bit of a surprise because the Lakers needed a center. And obviously, there was not a lot of centers to really look for when it comes to what the Lakers were looking for, unfortunately. And, they were looking and looking, and obviously Rob did his job, and he went after a guy that was much needed and a guy that we obviously need, and that was a center. And they went after a guy that we obviously needed. I keep on repeating myself. My apologies, but it's just a stunner. This is a stunner, and I will be uploading a video about the details of this trade. But overall, guys, this was a trade that the Lakers needed to make. Now, when it comes down to it, the Lakers needed a center after trading Anthony Davis, as I read. And this guy is young. He's like 22, 23 years old. So obviously with this move, the Lakers went for a long-term solution when it comes to pairing up with Luka. And, guys, I haven't really seen his game. I didn't even know who he was until this happened. But at the same time, this was a move that the Lakers had to make. And because we were depleted. We were depleted with centers, no centers. Anthony Davis is gone. The only center available was Jackson Hayes and our two-way contract players. So this is the reality, and when it came down to it. So, but this was the right move by Rob Pelinka when it comes down to it. Wow, this is the first. I didn't notice it until now. I have 39 viewers. Thank you. Those who are watching, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Wow, this is so many viewers. I never had this many, up to maybe 10 viewers per view. But for those who are watching, please make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. This is a Lakers channel. So for those who are tuning in and you're Laker fans, diehard Laker fans, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And from KJ23, yes, sir, Lakers got a center. We absolutely got a center, much needed when it came down to it. And this was a big one. This was a big one in the sense that we needed to make this trade. All right. Some people are going to be disappointed to see Dalton Knecht go. And believe me, I am disappointed. I am disappointed that that Dalton Knecht is leaving. Obviously, his shooting, his potential to be a great star in this league with his shooting, with his scoring abilities. I mean, just last night alone, he averaged like 14 points against the LA Clippers. So he has the potential of being a scorer and a shooter. But I think the Lakers went with now ready players to contribute to the Lakers, especially now with Luka now on the team and LeBron James reaching the not political, but a certain age in his career where he needs to win a championship or win now type of pieces, similar to what Dallas is doing with Anthony Davis being added on to a team that was in the championship just last year against the Boston Celtics. So, when it comes down to it, guys, this was a much needed trade that the Lakers needed at the center position. I knew they weren't done after the Luka trade. So, I mean, they were looking at Brooklyn, they were looking at Chicago. I know Washington as well. But just the asking price was so big for the Lakers is that, you know, it was obvious that they weren't going to make a trade like this. They weren't going to make that type of trade with those type of teams, with those type of players. And they just had to go with another alternative, kind of like a plan B mode situation. And I'm not mad at this, guys. I'm really not. 7-footer coming our way to the Los Angeles Lakers and the capabilities that he brings to the table. He can give you 14 to 15 points per game. Now, I just checked. He did play tonight, and he played for 23 minutes and only put up 6 points. But he did put up 5 rebounds, though. But I think maybe if he's in a different atmosphere with the Lakers and, teaming up with LeBron and, that type of deal and Luka and all that, I mean, I think the pressure will probably not be too like high on him for him to contribute a lot. But all really he needs to do is grab those rebounds, give you 9 to 10 rebounds per game, and at best give you 12 to 10 points per game type of scenarios. And obviously, number one thing for sure is to grab those rebounds. That's for sure a number one priority for uh, for the Lakers when it comes to looking for another center. And they obviously got it with Mark Williams when it comes all said and done. So, guys, this is a shocker. I didn't realize the Lakers will make a trade again. Close to it's 10 o'clock where I'm at Mountain Time. So you guys are watching this probably for those of you who are in LA or in the West Coast. You're probably seeing this around 9 o'clock or about to be 10 o'clock for you guys, but about to be 11 for me. But for those who are watching, thank you all so much for watching. I mean, I just was surprised and I had to go live. I had to go live right away. I was going to make a video, but no, I felt that this is a reaction moment. And seeing the reaction right now from KJ23, I mean, obviously, yeah, I don't know why, but I kind of wanted to keep Dalton. I felt the same way, everyone really. And I felt, and I even said this during this live stream, the Lakers gave up too much. And as I was reading from this article from the score here, is that the Lakers gave up Dalton Knecht, Reddish, and a 2030 pick swap. So that's good. I mean, they swapped, at least Lakers getting some sort of pick coming back their way in the 2030, unless if, the if it would be good for the Lakers if somehow the Charlotte Hornets are not playing well in that particular year. They're a losing team or something, and somehow they get like the number one pick or something like that. But we just have to wait and see what the pick swap and how far they're at within the exchange. So, um, but we'd have to wait and see. But the fact that the 2031 is an unprotected first round pick kind of tells you that the Lakers, they were desperate, in my opinion. They felt desperate and they said, "Hey, fine, we put an unprotected first on 2031 if you give us Mark Williams type of situation." The fact that they throw in Dalton Knecht, it sucks to see him go. A rising star in our rookie, a guy who made his presence real known in the Lakers atmosphere when it comes to being a good shooter, a scorer. I mean, we all remember that night where he was just raining threes and giving you scoring. I think he scored a career high, what was it, 34, 36 points. When it came down to it, I might be mistaken. Was it in the 30s or something? I think maybe 26. I might not so sure, but he went on a moment in like November and December of just shooting threes, scoring the hell out of the ball, giving you 20 points per game. I mean, the Charlotte Hornets, you guys are getting a guy that is going to be an elite scorer, an elite offensive player when it comes to all said and done. And I can just imagine the pairing of him next to LaMelo Ball. I mean, it's just going to be good fit when it comes down to it. When it comes down to the offensive side of the ball, obviously, maybe LaMelo's more of a he gives you more defensive skill sets compared to Dalton, who doesn't have any, but he can develop that skill set. But um, the Charlotte Hornets, they're getting a good guy. They're getting a good player coming their way. And Cam Reddish was just a throw in. And by the way, this opens the door for the Lakers to potentially get another player in the buyout market. They just freed up some cap space or just a roster spot, and obviously freeing up some money to go after a player to sign him to a veteran minimum contract. I can think of a lot of good replacements when it comes down to the Lakers getting uh, you know, a player that can replace Dalton Knecht, who is a veteran. And I'm here to say this: Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker is a guy that is still available in the buyout market who can contribute very well for this Lakers team, and he did in the past. We went on a Western Conference run with him, beating the Golden State Warriors at the time, the reigning champs, and he had the capabilities of shooting very well in the playoffs. And it was just a good fit at that time. But I think during that time, the Lakers didn't have the cap space to bring him back or something like that, or unless they looked somewhere else. I'm not sure during that time, but I don't know why they didn't bring him back. But he's in the buyout market. He can contribute to the Lakers when it comes down to it. So again, it's a good thing the Lakers got a center, and it's also a good thing that they gave up more. The Charlotte accepted more, uh, money, more cap space coming their way, and the Lakers giving up some so they can obviously sign another player at the buyout market, and of course, just just that type of deal. I mean, that was just obviously a good move by the Lakers when it comes all said and done. This was a smart move. This was a smart move for the Lakers to get the type of deal that is needed. Sure, it was a bit too much. I get it. But at least there was a pick swap involved. I mean, they're still getting a pick when it comes all said and done. So this is huge. This is huge for the Lakers when it comes to freeing up a roster spot, freeing up some money to go after somebody in the buyout market. It sort of makes me see who they pursue. Like I said, I like Lonnie Walker. I think Lonnie Walker will be a good fit for this Lakers team, especially finding a replacement for Dalton Knecht or maybe somebody that is a shooter or a scorer type of deal. I think mainly a shooter more than anything. So a wing is obviously needed for sure for this Lakers team. But point guard is not out of the question as well. I mean, the only we do have Luca now, so there is Gabe Vincent, you know, maybe we'll not cut it, I guess, but we still need to improve our second unit more than ever. So my hope is that Rob Pelinka will potentially either waive somebody or could potentially just, have the capabilities of eating up a potential contract that is capable of them eating up. So who can I think of? Markeith Morris. I mean, it was nice to see him back, but he's not the same guy that he was back in 2020. So his defensive, efficiency is not going to be much needed for this Lakers team. So if anything, I'll see the Lakers potentially, either releasing him and then going after maybe two players in the buyout market. That will be a good help for potentially just being a good backup for our starters. Uh, Obviously, finding another wing will be great. And of course, finding a point guard or just finding somebody that will be a good backup role player that will contribute to the Lakers, for going on either a playoff run or maybe a championship. I'm probably overreaching that, but you do have Luka now, you do have LeBron, so it is not out of the question for the Lakers to go after a potential buyout market pick. So, and again, guys, I mean, it sucks to see Dalton Knecht go. I'm sad to see him go. I mean, I really thought that he would be a nice high rising or rising star type of player, but at the same time, we need the needs, and we got it with Mark Williams for the center position, a 7-footer. Obviously, with him being the 7-footer, I think he will fill in that starting role right away over Jackson Hayes, in my opinion. So, but the good thing is the Lakers kept their core. They did not throw in Rui Hachimura. They didn't throw in Austin Reeves. Gabe Vincent to just match a certain contract. I mean, I guess this one, when it comes to Mark Williams, is that this was a good matching of contracts. I'm not sure how much he's making, but it should be a good range of what the Lakers are dealing with when it comes down to this trade. So, and they even freed up some money. So with Cam Reddish being involved in the trade. So this was a good trade. And the Lakers won this trade, to be honest with you. You got Luka, and now you got a center. So you obviously went after the needs that you needed after trading Anthony Davis away. So, well, not away. I mean, you got Luka in the trade. So this was a good move. This was an awesome move for the Lakers, in my opinion. It's starting to grow on me now. It really is, after just, putting up my feelings about this. And guys, stay tuned. I will be uploading a video tomorrow in the morning about more details and more of just more details of the idea of why the Lakers made this trade and the future and all that. And I already explained it in this live stream. Just my reaction about this. So, and I'm so surprised how many viewers I'm getting on here. Thank you, all of you, for watching this live stream. I mean, you could be watching someone else's, but I really appreciate your thoughts and hearing me out. Accepting my opinions about this trade. And guys, this is a Lakers channel, so for those who are Lakers or seeing this, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because this is the Lakers channel. I also do post-game shows of every single Lakers games, and I also do trade rumors, free agency, the draft. I mean, this is a Lakers channel. Go check out my information, my bio, and my social media sites. We have a big following on Facebook. It's somewhere around 9,000 followers on Facebook as well. So please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And we're going to read some more comments here. Everyone has reacted to the viewers. KJ23, you've been he's been here for a long time, so he knows how many viewers I get on here. So he's even surprised. Yeah, 39. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. The eyeball. Yeah, I mean, this was a surpriser for sure when it comes down to it. Ghetto Rabbit, 100% watching. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I didn't realize I would get so many views on here. And thank you, really, guys. I really do appreciate it. Jeremy Johnson, let's read this here. The Lakers have won the trade deadline, still waiting for my Cavs to make a move. Well, to be honest with you, Jeremy, I have to say, uh, the Cavs, they don't really need to make a trade, do they? I mean, they already are dominating the Eastern Conference. And if anything, they could eliminate the Boston Celtics when it comes down to it. I mean, they have the capabilities of reaching all the way to the NBA Finals. I mean, just their core and how they've been coached. They have the capabilities of going all the way. But if there's a piece that's missing, I mean, I'm trying to think. You already have a good point guard. You have Donovan Mitchell. You have a lot of bigs, athletic bigs, and elite bigs in your positions when it comes down to it, and they've been thriving without a doubt. But I don't know. Maybe you need to improve. Maybe your rotations. Maybe I'm not sure. But the trade deadline is the last day is tomorrow, so they could potentially make some sort of improvements there. So, um, they probably do something. I mean, it is the Cavs, by the way. So, if their situation is like, hey, we got to win now type of situation, and we're doing well right now, let's add on to their success. Then sure. I mean, they have until tomorrow. And I think the Lakers, for me, they already are done as it is, but I won't be surprised if they want to improve some more things to their roster. So they have until they obviously now until tomorrow to do that. But I think they're kind of good where they're at right now. In my opinion, they got Luca, which obviously is the biggest trade of NBA history or just the trade deadline in general, because we already saw a lot of trades that were already been made today and obviously yesterday and during just yesterday really, and today of course with Brandon Ingram going to the Toronto Raptors. So it is a really good um, destination for well, not really, because I think he was doing well with the New Orleans Pelicans, but I think he's going to be probably number one guy over there for sure. But still, I'm not understanding the potential trade that went down between those two teams. I don't really get it, but obviously there was a Kyle Kuzma trade going to Milwaukee. I think it didn't really do a lot of improvements to where they stand within the Eastern Conference. But you kind of upgraded the type of players that could be surrounding Giannis. But other than that, the next best trade that really went down was De'Aaron Fox going to the San Antonio Spurs to team up with Wemby. So, it's the Lakers, it's the Spurs. And Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors. That's obviously finally been done. He's traded. He went somewhere else. So that's obviously a trade that needed to happen from the Heat standpoint and Jimmy as well. So, but obviously, Steph Curry is getting some help coming his way with Jimmy Butler, and he's no scrub. I mean, this guy reached the NBA Finals twice in his career by himself, really, with Bam and Adebayo and all that. But he's for sure a talent that could contribute to the Golden State Warriors for sure. So, it is going to be a really good, uh, you know, after trade deadline, how things are going to look. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I agree with you, Jeremy. The Lakers won this trade deadline, but the Cavs, I think they're good what they have right now. I mean, they're already doing amazingly well when it comes to be are they still the number one seed in the Eastern Conference? I think they are. I mean, they're thriving because, but I haven't really seen a lot of Cavs basketball for quite a while because I don't know. I just felt that they've been doing well already. Why should I check? But since you brought it up, let's see what is their need. I want to see what their need is, but I don't think it's anything too serious that they have to make a big splash like Lakers style type of splash. But yeah, I mean, you guys are doing good. I mean, 41 wins and 10 losses. You are good, unless you want to maybe upgrade your backups or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's you know, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing good already at the point guard position. Shooting guard could be improved, could be, but small forward. Oh, that Max guy. I mean, he's doing good as it is. Maybe you need to improve at the small forward position, but power forward and center, you guys are doing great at it anyway. So other than that, maybe small forward to improve your backup, or maybe somehow go after somebody that is at the shooting guard position. But at this point, you guys are doing good as it is. So I don't think you need to change anything to your chemistry of your team. So just that's my advice. But if you think they need to improve something, uh, I don't know, maybe they'll find a trade for sure. Get a rabbit. I'd rather see Dalton go than Rui or Austin. Yeah, I mean at this point, you basically didn't give up like a bad trade. I mean, you're getting Mark Williams, who is 22, 23 years old. And when it comes to Dalton Knecht, I mean, he is older. He's like 22, I believe. Last time I checked, when it comes to his during the draft, the reason that he fell so low in the draft was because um, teams didn't want to draft him because he's older. And I think he's like 21, 22 years old or something. I might be mistaken, but it's the same age difference between him and Mark Williams. So, but again, I said this numerous times in this live stream that when it comes down to it, it sucks to see him go because he's a rising star. I mean, just give him 2 to 3 years in the NBA. I guarantee you that he's going to be an elite shooter. He's going to be an elite scorer. We witnessed it in November, going into December, when it comes to his ability to just shoot and score. He's a great offensive elite talent. Defense, I don't want to say he's trash at the defensive side, but he's more lackluster in that particular position. So I think he can obviously improve that. He can be like I don't want to say the Austin Reeves of defense, because Austin Reeves doesn't play defense at all, but when he needs to, he shows up at the defensive side of the ball. But we haven't really been seeing that from Dalton Knecht when it comes down to it. And I just saw your comment, Get a Rabbit. He's actually, yeah, he is 23, about to be 24 in April. Yeah, so he's up there in age, same age actually with Mark Williams when it comes down to it. So when it comes to age, the Lakers have no problem with that. But at the same time, this is a situation where the Lakers had to go after a center. They had to give up. They don't want to give up so many assets to get him, to get somebody at the center position. So who's the other alternative? I think they saw Mark Williams as an opportunity that they don't have to give up a lot, even though they kind of did with the draft picks that's going to the Charlotte Hornets with a 2031 first round pick, the unprotected first round pick, which kind of is crazy when it comes down to it. I think the Lakers should have just kept it protected or something like that. But I don't know. But the good thing is there is a pick swap in 2030. So, somehow the Charlotte Hornets are either having a losing season that particular year, it would kind of give the Lakers a bit of a chance of redeeming themselves with the 2031 first round pick. So Just saying, because after trading Anthony Davis for that 2029 first round pick that's going to the Dallas Mavericks, they had to kind of redeem themselves with that 2031. So 2030, excuse me, first round pick. So, you know, that's obviously the reasoning of the unprotected 2031 first round pick. Um, but again, it's also good news that the Lakers freed up a roster spot. So that means they will look into the free agencies, aka the buyout market, for a potential player. Maybe I'm not sure what position they would potentially be targeting, either point guard or a shooting guard or a wing, aka Lonnie Walker, who is available still in the buyout market that the Lakers could potentially pursue. I think could he already knows the atmosphere in LA, knows how to play in LA. He has the capability of potentially contributing to the Lakers bench when it comes to, being a scorer, being a shooter for sure to replace Dalton Knecht. So, um, and he's still young. I mean, what is he? What, like 26, 27 years old? So he kind of fits the timeline of Luca. So, but I'm not trying to say that he will be a long term. The Lakers would sign him to a long term deal or something, but he can be a good help for us for sure for our second unit when it comes down to it. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, give Rob Pelinka his credit, man. He went out there and delivered in this trade deadline. You got Luca, one of the biggest trades in NBA history, and now we needed a center. We've been calling for a center for numerous months, probably since last year, if you really think about it. Last season when the Lakers were struggling with centers when we only had like Anthony Davis at the time and Jackson Hayes, ironically, and we didn't really have a third option. And then going into free agency, the Lakers did not make any moves to improve the roster, still kept the same old roster, just throwing in at the time Dalton Knecht and then Bronny James. Those were the only replacements that we did when it came down to it. But having said all that, guys, I mean, give Rob Pelinka his credit, man. He redeemed himself. I believe his job security is safe now when it comes all said and done. And just getting Luca alone saves his job right there. But getting a center that's much needed to replace Anthony Davis, who a guy who's young can give you 10 to 9 rebounds a game, can give you 12 to 14 points per game. I mean, he's not going to be like, it's just not like an exact replacement for Anthony Davis. He's not an all-star, but he has the capability of potentially being that guy for us to replace the rebounding that Anthony Davis brought to the table and the averaging of just blocks, I guess. I haven't really checked his stats of the blocks, but I think last time I checked, it's like 1.8, 2.0, something like that. So, but I think if he's in a different atmosphere, I think he's going to be laying out his true potential in LA, hopefully. But he has a lot of promise. He really does. From Adam Hurley, welcome to the live stream. Mark is a very capable starting center, a 7-footer. I'm satisfied. I didn't like Kem either. I had a ton of games where he did not score at all. And obviously, he's been in the doghouse. If you really think about it, he's been in the doghouse for, JJ Redick when it comes all said and done. I mean, there were even during times when the Lakers were in a blowout, either wins or losses, that Cam Reddish was always, for the past couple of months, JJ Redick has not been using him. So I think this was a situation where this was the right move for the Lakers to just throw him into a trade, which is obviously a good one because they can obviously find another need when it comes to finding somebody in the buyout market. So, Cam Reddish, there were times past 2 seasons now that he contributed to the defensive side of his skill set, but at the end of the day, he just was just another body on the team, and is just was just not needed when it came down to it. So, um, wish him nothing but the best in Charlotte. Hopefully, he thrives somehow over there. But along with Dalton Knecht, but at the same time, this was a much needed one, and much needed for sure. We got a center. We finally got a center. We've been calling for a center, and we actually got it. Now, Nick Richards was a target that the Lakers wanted when it came to the Charlotte Hornets, but he went to the Phoenix Suns. So the next best alternative was Mark Williams, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy is young still. Like I said, he's what 23 years old, so it's just he's going to fit the timeline of Luka for sure. And when it comes all said and done, guys, I mean, he is going to be a big help for us when it comes to rebounding, when it comes down to the capabilities of potentially scoring, but not to the elite extent. He could be just a guy that gives us 12 to 14 points per game, at best 10 points per game. I know today he did play today, and he did show that he put up 6 points and 5 rebounds. I mean, that right there alone may be questionable, just judging by how much he's averaging this season. I mean, I saw like a stat that he has the capability of scoring 34 points and maybe 20 points on occasion. So he has those type of traits, similar to what Dorian Finney-Smith is. I mean, he has the capability of, giving you 15 to 20 points in a couple of nights, but he averages around 8 to 10 points per game type of scenario. And I think he will improve that once Luka is, on the team once he debuts. So most of these players will improve their skill set, especially Mark Williams. I mean, Luka, he has found a player that will give lobs to. All right. He is a guy, a 7-footer that will do so with the passing ability that Luka brings to the table, along with LeBron James as well. So Mark Williams, he's going to have a field day with those guys passing him the ball and giving lobs to when it comes down to it. I mean, he's in a good situation, and I think he's going to thrive with this Lakers team, with his new teammates that have the capabilities of being a big part of the Lakers core, and especially at the center position, which was much, much needed even when Anthony Davis was on the team. We needed a center. We couldn't find any. I thought maybe the Brooklyn Nets was supposed to be like the team that the Lakers would trade for, to bring in somebody like Nick Claxton and, of course, Day'Ron Sharpe. But obviously, maybe the Brooklyn Nets were probably asking a lot, and especially when it comes down to contract wise. I mean, you would have to obviously throw in Rui Hachimura or Gabe Vincent or something, Austin Reeves. But the fact that Rob Pelinka was able to pull off this trade and not give up Austin Reeves, not Rui, because Ruiz has been playing great for us. He's been playing great for us for the past couple of games. I mean, the New York Knicks game alone, he showed up in that game, and obviously the Clippers game as well. So, he's part of the Lakers core long term, unless something changes, because maybe in the off season or something. But he will be on an expiring contract, though, so that could be enticing for teams to potentially pursue maybe Rui Hachimura or Gabe Vincent when it comes to expiring contracts wise. But at this moment, the Lakers are looking for keeping this core, and obviously the past couple of games they've been playing very well, so they don't want to lose that, especially if the Lakers want to make a run for either a second round playoff exit or something, or even go further than that with now Luka on the team and now Mark Williams. Things kind of changed now. That's what the bottom line is when it comes down to it. So but yeah, for sure. Adam Hurley, I this is very satisfying, and Mark Williams has the potential of really contributing to this Lakers team without a doubt. Really can't wait to see. Really can't wait. Let's read some more here. Okay, also from Adam Hurley. Our starting lineup is going to look good. I mean, when you look at it, it's going to be Luke at the point guard position. You have Austin Reeves. The small forward, it's kind of questionable. It could be LeBron. It could be Rui. But then you have LeBron. I mean, they can play multiple positions in that particular area. And then at the center position, it's Mark Williams. Unless JJ Redick wants to be the guy that says, okay, no, I mean, you know, let's give fairness here. They don't want to. He doesn't want to pull off a Darvin Ham situation when you favored a player that you obviously admire when it comes to coaching them over a guy who's been with the team for so many years. So uh, you know, JJ could potentially do that with Jackson Hayes, especially his former teammates. So that is something that could be in the situation there. But again, you have a talent. You have a talent right here that gives you 9 to 10 rebounds a game, and he will contribute in a huge way at the rebounding position to what Jackson Hayes can't do. And when it comes to height wise, 7 footer over a guy who's 6'9", 6'10". So, obviously you would go with the best one. So in that sort of area. And plus, just his game alone shows you. I mean, the guy's been averaging 15 points per game and 9 to 10 rebounds a game. Now, let's be kind of clear here. This is the Charlotte Hornets we're talking about, a team that's not really playing for anything. So you see those type of numbers, and it's like, okay, that's amazing. But at the same time, this is the Charlotte Hornets. They're not playing for anything. This is just probably players like Mark Williams that's just saying, hey, I got a bit up stat to potentially, if I want to get out of here, maybe teams will be interested in me so I can join them. So, but at the same time, maybe that will still capitalize going into a new situation. And obviously, that's what he's doing right now, being with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, hopefully, we see that. Hopefully, we see the stats that he's putting up, that he puts up against with the Lakers. So, hopefully. I hope we keep Austin. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to keep Austin. I think the fit with him next to Luca is a bit over exaggerated when it comes to both guys playing good offensively when it comes to shooting and their scoring abilities. But I think Austin Reeves will adapt, especially with the type of skill set similar to what LeBron is. I think Austin Reeves will fit very well next to Luca, for sure. And I think he has a lot of potential to really be part of this Lakers starting lineup and the rotation and all that next to Luca. So I hope we keep him. But unless there's a trade out there that the Lakers can't refuse, hopefully they will potentially make that type of trade. But at this moment, with the way this trade went down and the Lakers not giving up Rui or Gabe or Austin Reeves in the trade yet, it seems that they want to keep the core that we have, and they just went after a need that was much needed, and they got it with Mark Williams when it comes all said and done. So, yeah, I agree with you, Adam Hurley. I believe the Lakers will keep. I hope they keep him, but I believe they will keep him after the trade deadline. Yeah, I already read this one. Let's see here from Adam Hurley. Uh, it does suck to lose Connect, but we really did have to get a center. Yeah, I believe everyone on this platform and all over Lakers Nation is that this was a need that they needed to get. We've been raving and campaigning for the Lakers to add another center. I even made multiple videos about the Lakers getting another center. And, if you guys want to go check those out, please do so. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, I mean, this sucks to see Dalton Knecht go, a rising star as a rookie, and has capabilities of really being a huge part of the NBA and just the Lakers in general when it comes down to shooting and scoring for you. I mean, we saw a glimpse of that. A guy who was averaging when the Lakers went on that 6-game winning streak in the early season of the Lakers' success with JJ Redick was that, Dalton Knecht was in the starting lineup when we didn't have Rui, or maybe it wasn't Rui. In the beginning, who did we not have? Oh, we did not have Jared Vanderbilt at the time, and we needed somebody to fill in that role. And Dalton Knecht filled that role at one point. And it was just a situation where he felt comfortable, and I think JJ Redick wanted to give him some opportunities. And we saw it. There was a stretch where he was giving you 20 points per game. The guy was shooting around like what, like 38, 39% from the three. And then he had that big game. I forgot who we played against, but it was, I think it was the game, or actually, no, I was thinking about the City Edition jerseys, where I'm glad Lakers are banning that jersey in existence this season. So, um, but as I was saying, I mean, Dalton Knecht has a bright future. He has a bright future ahead of him. And now being in Charlotte next to LaMelo Ball, I think that they will fit very well with one another when it comes down to it. And just Dalton Knecht alone, his potential is going to be, um, you know, in the highest heights when it comes down to his abilities to be the top, being a scorer and being a shooter uh, that he is. So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he has success with the Charlotte Hornets, and I think he will probably stay there when it comes down to long term wise. So I wish him nothing but the best. And the fact that we started a campaign for his Connect Four, Connect Three, all that type of slogan and all that, that's obviously is now out the window because of this trade. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. This is the reality of the NBA. I mean, most people did not think that Luka will ever be traded to any team, including, let alone the Lakers. But in the NBA, anything could happen, and we witnessed it, and we saw this one. Sucks to see him go, but at the same time, we needed a center, and I absolutely agree with you on that, Adam, without a doubt. Let's see. Let's read this here. He's 7 foot. He's 7 foot, 240, averaging 16, 10 rebounds. He plays defense and has really good upside. So good move, Rob. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. There's no doubt about it. This was the right move by Rob Plinka and the Los Angeles Lakers to get a guy like Mark Williams. He has a lot of upside, without a doubt. He really does. I agree with you on that. Thank you for writing this comment here. And I think everyone agrees with you on that when it comes all said and done. So, it was just the right move. It sucks to see Dalton Knecht go. It really is. And obviously the assets the Lakers gave up when it comes down to the first round pick and, all that. But at the same time, we needed a center. The Lakers did not want to give up any of their players, their core, to go after a top center like a Miles Turner or Nikola Vucevic. Um, who else? Nick Claxton and Dayron Sharp type players. But at the same time, this was a move that you keep your core. You had to give up your assets in the process. And obviously, a rising star and a rookie in Dalton Knecht. At the same time, you went after a center, and of course, you gave up a roster spot. So the Lakers are not done when it comes to improving their roster. When it comes down to it, they have the buyout market to look for another player, aka Lonnie Walker. Just saying, Lonnie Walker could be a guy that the Lakers could potentially target for that last spot. So and they need a wing. Obviously, you can't have enough wings on your team. So the Lakers will obviously go after for one, especially just feeling the better players when it comes down to the backups. Your rotations, because it's obviously been depleted probably since D'Angelo Russell got traded for Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, the lack of scoring, the lack of shooting, really really has been pretty bad when it comes down to it. So my hope is that the Lakers will find either a guard or wing that will potentially fill in that role to contribute to the Lakers' rotation when it comes down to it. So, unless they make another trade that will throw in another player, unless they maybe waive somebody that will be affordable for them that they can waive, maybe a Christian Wood, or could be Shake Milton, who was on a non-guarantee contract. So it won't hurt the Lakers cap if they release him. But I don't know. We just have to wait and see. This is going to be crucial decision when it comes down to that last roster spot. So stay tuned, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel for that. Really appreciate it. Uh, let's read more here from Adam Hurley before I end this live stream. And again, thank you all so much for viewing this live stream. I'm so surprised how many viewers there are on here. Again, guys, I'm a guy that goes live on post game shows and analysis and all that, and I get like maybe 6 to maybe 10 views. But the fact that you guys are listening to me and appreciating what my opinions are, thank you so much. If you like this content and there are Laker fans, everything like that, please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. Also, follow me on social media. I really appreciate it as well. So, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the viewership and, of course, just contributing to this live stream as well. Thank you so much. Let's read more here from Adam Hurley. Williams have a third best defensive rating on the Hornets entire roster. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing when it comes down to it. He has the capabilities of really being a good defensive player for the Lakers when it comes all said and done. And he's still on the rise, guys. He really is. I mean, he has the capability of improving his game and potentially being a big part of, you know, being a good elite defensive player at the center position. So, and a guy who's 7 foot obviously will bring a lot to the table in that particular area of his game throughout the NBA season and just his career. So, without a doubt. Let's read more here. So, the last roster spot looks for the buyout market. That's kind of seems like it's going to be a reality. I agree with you on that. When it comes down to it, no, obviously you throw in Cam Reddish and Dalton Knecht into trade for one player, that frees up a roster spot. So the Lakers have the money to go after somebody in the buyout market to potentially just for a veteran minimum contract, and they can contribute to the Lakers rotation for sure. So my hope is, you go after a wing player at the guard position because you're sure lacking the guard position, even though you do have Luca now. And then you also have Gabe Vincent. But, Gabe Vincent, sure, he's been playing great lately for the past couple of months. But, his capabilities of being consistent, though, can really hurt the Lakers, especially when it comes to having a good seed in the playoffs in the Western Conference. So you do need to find another point guard or a guard in general to help you on the scoring side, the shooting side of the ball when it comes down to consistency. And I think Lonnie Walker, even though he hasn't been, he's been bounced around probably since the Lakers now, that maybe he's not maybe the best option, but you never know. There could be players after the trade deadline that most teams will potentially waive. I know there's a center out there that the Lakers could potentially sign, so they may not be done at the center position too, even though they did get a center in Mark Williams. But the more centers on this Lakers team, the better, because you have Jackson Hayes and now with Mark Williams. So it sort of remains to be seen what the Lakers could do with this last roster spot. It's so up in the air. I think they have to look for another center, or no, excuse me, another guard player. But we just have to wait and see. It's so up in the air at this point. So, but I think maybe another guard is not out the question. It's not, because I know there's a center out there in the buyout market that I just can't think on the top of my head. But I've been hearing there's been a center that's gaining traction from the buyout market perspective that maybe the Lakers will pursue. But We just have to wait and see. Let's see here from Ghetto Rabbit. Um, Lakers could get a steal with that 2030 pick swap. Let's see here. The Charlotte Hornets are the fourth seed in the Eastern Conference. How much can they improve in 4 years? Uh, Probably not a lot, especially with. I know Lamelo Ball is such a great player and all, but at the same time, he's not attracting a lot of players to play with him though. So, and especially when it comes to Charlotte Hornets situation and where they're at within the Eastern Conference, they're not going to be a huge threat from now and flipping it. So, um, for sure, I think the Lakers really, you know, could do a lot with that 2030 pick swap. So, they could potentially have a high draft pick in 2030 when it comes all said and done. So, giving up that 2031 unprotected first round pick, it is a situation where, it's not really a loss because the Lakers do have that 2030 pick swap when it comes all said and done. So, let's just hope for that. Let's hope the Lakers will, next maybe 4 years, that they will potentially, you know, still make some improvements or potentially, once we look back at this trade, that the Lakers will obviously either win it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, for sure, for sure. Mike Larry, two first names here. Awesome. Do we get another center or guard? Our guard. I think you're saying or. Um, the Lakers can go either way with this, honestly. With that freed roster spot by throwing in Cam Reddish into the trade, um, it opens up the door for you. They could potentially go after a guard. They could potentially go after a center. It just sort of remains to be seen at this point. It's so up in the air what the Lakers could potentially do when it comes to who they want to sign in the buyout market to fill in that last roster spot. For me, Lonnie Walker comes to mind because I just saw a post during my research of Mark Williams on Twitter, was that obviously, you know, most people are throwing out Lonnie Walker because of that freed roster spot with Cam Reddish being gone. So, um, I'm not going to be so sure that the Lakers will pursue him. But hey, he did contribute in a playoff run before where the Lakers went to the Western Conference and we beat the reigning champs in the second round with the Golden State Warriors. And he was the main reason of that. So my hope is if he still has it, that he could potentially be that guy for us. Hopefully, that will contribute when it comes to scoring and shooting. But still, I mean, maybe after the trade deadline, most teams would waive their own players. Now, it sort of remains to be seen who will be waived, but it could be a guy that could be number one attraction for most teams, and maybe the Lakers will be on that list, and they will potentially join the Lakers. So, um, we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. And the Lakers could potentially waive somebody at the same time to maybe free up some more roster spots if there's maybe one or two players that the Lakers want to bring on when it comes to improving this Lakers rotation and this roster in general. So, we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. I think the Lakers are done when it comes to trades, but you never know. Anything could happen from now until tomorrow. But we just have to wait and see. But the buyout market for sure is going to be another goal for the Lakers to potentially add on another talent to the rotation without a doubt. So we just have to wait and see for sure. Thank you, Mike, Larry. Really appreciate it. I really like your name, man. Two first names. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. KJ23, 160 people. Yeah. It's amazing, man. It really is. I'm so surprised that we're seeing so many views on here and many more to come, hopefully. I hope this live stream will not be the only time we'll see people viewing this live stream. My hope is we'll see more moving forward. I really hope so. Really hope so. But let's read more here from um, Kirk. Kirk, welcome to the live stream. Do GM or the league just try and give Lakers talent? Come on now. Come on now. We're getting some negativity in here. Come on now. I'm not going to read any more negativity. I'm happy. I'm happy the Lakers got a center. All right. We got Luka. We got a center. We got the needs that we're looking for. And my hope is for the buyout market that the Lakers will potentially get another center, hopefully, and get no, not another center, but another player that can contribute to the Lakers rotation when it comes all said and done. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. What does this say? Okay, let me read this comment here that just came in. Uh, why Dalton traded, not Hood Shafino. Dalton, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, Jalen Hood Shafino was traded. He was traded part of the Anthony Davis trade to the Utah Jazz. So, regardless, if he was still on the roster, I think if he was on the roster still, I think the Lakers would have traded him. But you know, Dalton Knecht, he's a young guy. I think the Lakers were just looking for a ready now, player that will contribute right away, so the Lakers can go for not just a playoff run, but maybe go further than that with Luka now on the team and LeBron still playing, like he's 20, 30 years old. So it's just for a guy who's 40 now. So they're looking for now win key pieces. And I think they just had to sacrifice Dalton Knecht in the process. But at the same time, they didn't really have to give up a lot. So, again, if you really think about it, sure, on paper it shows the Lakers gave up a lot. But if you really think about it, they saved up money. They opened up a roster spot. They could potentially look for somebody in the buyout market that they could potentially sign. And the Lakers have a good history of signing players in the buyout market. So it's not the question. So, that Lakers could potentially still improve this roster still. So maybe they'll find a gem in the buyout market that will contribute to the Lakers right away, especially when it comes to the backup roles, being the sixth man, hopefully coming off the bench. I'm not sure who would it be, but obviously Dorian Finney-Smith is that guy. But there's Jared Vanderbilt too. So it sort of remains to be seen at this point. So, but yeah, without a doubt, I mean, this was good. This is good for the Lakers when it comes to adding a need to their roster. And Mark Williams has a lot of potential for sure. Let's see here. If I was told you would get Luka and Mark, it would be the Lakers gave up. You would tell them I am smoking crack. All right. Let's see. Joe Cruz here. Is it because MW what is a monster inside, or rather than Dalton? Well, he's a beast when it comes to rebounding and the capabilities of playing good defense for you as the guys with 7 foot. So, um, I think the Lakers saw that type of trait, and I think he will fit very well for the Lakers team with that. So, and I think that just the pairing of him next to Luca would obviously work tremendously well when it comes to all said and done, and along with LeBron James as well, because LeBron and Luca kind of share this type of skill sets that would obviously work very well with Mark Williams. So he can grab lobs for you and has the capabilities of just grabbing rebounds and all that. So I think the Lakers kind of did really well when it comes down to this trade at the end of the day, guys, for sure. So yeah, guys. I mean, what a night! What a night again by the Los Angeles Lakers from Rob Pelinka to pull off a trade once again. And he went after a need when it comes to the center position and Mark Williams. Mark Williams is going to be the guy for us at the center position. It's still not ruling out of the buyout market when it comes to Lakers adding on maybe another center. Maybe they'll go in a different route, get another guard, either a shooting guard or a wing player, whatever. With this trade, they freed up a roster spot by throwing in Cam Reddish in the trade. So this is an opportunity that they will potentially that they have to maybe look really hard at the roster and see what is the need, and they will potentially do so going into this after the trade deadline. So we just have to wait and see. But again, maybe the Lakers are still not done yet. But I think they're done. I think they're done when it comes to trades. But anything could happen from now with teams calling up the Lakers and saying, "Hey, we'll give up this player or that player if you give up this player." And I think Lakers will probably listen to them, listen to some calls, but I think they're done now. But at the same time, I'm not sure. They still have that last roster spot, as I said. They will look for somebody at the buyout market, and they'll improve that way. So we just have to wait and see for sure. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. This has been a very interesting live stream from all of you who are watching. Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful for all of you for joining me on this live stream. If you are a Laker fan who are diehard Laker fans that are looking for a channel, this is the channel for you. So please make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I do post-game shows. I do free agency when it comes to videos and live streams and all that. And of course, I also do the draft as well. So this is the channel for you. If you want to hear about everything about the Lakers, this is the channel for you. I also post on the community tab as well when I can't go live due to work and all that. So this is an opportunity where you want to get the news first. This is the channel for you. So please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And I just saw a comment here. I want to read this real quick. Just want to show my appreciation for all of you who are tuning in. So from Zach or Zeke, welcome to the live stream. Just glad I'll get to watch Knecht on my second favorite team with two of my other favorite players win. I mean, you guys, if you are a Charlotte's fan, you guys are getting a player that will for sure contribute to your team next to LaMelo Ball, and he has a big upside for you moving forward. He's going to bring scoring. He's going to bring shooting to the table. I mean, if you just watch his games with the Lakers, there was a stretch when the Lakers went on this like a 6-game winning streak that he was giving you 20 points per game. I mean, the guy has the capability of pulling that off. It was just for the past couple of months, maybe JJ was just not giving opportunities to Dalton Knecht, and that was kind of the feedback of what I was getting from Laker fans and the community here. So obviously, this was a situation where you're going to get a guy that will contribute to your team, and I think the pairing of him next to LaMelo Ball for sure is going to really work out. But he has a lot of potential. You guys are going to love him for sure. He has size too, so he can play multiple positions. Just if he just builds his skill set when it comes to all said and done. So, okay, okay, you're clarifying here. You're Lakers first, so if you're a Lakers fan, this is the channel for you. So please subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. But I've been a LaMelo and Miller. Oh yeah, Brandon Miller. I forgot, but he's injured. I last time I checked. So yeah, he's amazing. He's a rising star for sure. And you guys are getting another star in Dalton Knecht. So yeah, for sure, fan forever. So naturally, one of my favorite other teams goes there. So yeah, I mean, I have other fan team that I root for when they're not playing against my Lakers. And I already said this numerous times in my live streams for those of you who are longtime viewers of mine, and that is the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets is my second favorite team. But when it comes to facing my Lakers, I root against them like nobody's business. I mean, for real, guys. Every time they play my Lakers and the way they humiliated my Lakers in the playoffs, I have just a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to them facing my Lakers. But in other games, I root for them too. So, I mean, this is the nature of the sport. All right. You have people that root for other teams that are not your homegrown teams like my Lakers are. So you're not alone here. All right, you're in the same boat as everyone else in the world when it comes to rooting other teams other than your number one team. So, but yeah, I'm a Lakers first. But when it comes down to it, my second favorite team is my Nuggets for sure. So, as a guy who grew up in Denver, so but I bleed purple and gold, without a doubt. So yeah, I mean, you guys are going to get a guy in Dalton Knecht that's going to be a rising star for you coming your way, without a doubt. But yeah, guys, in conclusion, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. The Lakers have traded for Mark Williams. The Lakers traded Dalton Knecht and Kem Reddish and the first 2031 first round pick for uh, Mark Williams and a pick swap in 2030, and they freed up a roster spot in the process. So the Lakers will potentially make a move at the buyout market to potentially make another added addition to the Lakers roster, either another center, or maybe they could potentially go after the best player that's available in the buyout market after the trade deadline if teams decide to waive a player that will be a number one target for the Lakers that they could pursue. But we just have to wait and see. I think the Lakers at this point are done when it comes to trades, but anything could happen from now until the buyout market or once the trade deadline is over. So anything could happen, but really can't wait to see what the Lakers will do with this new added addition to the team, along with Luka. This team is going to be out of this world, really is, and I really can't wait to see more of this Lakers team moving forward with how they've been playing lately. So, but now with Luka coming their way, and now with Mark Williams at the center position, much needed help at the center position coming their way as a 7-footer. It's going to be tremendous for the Lakers, without a doubt. So, really can't wait. Really can't wait. So, once again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on this live stream. Really appreciate it. From KJ23, from Ghetto Rabbit, from Jeremy Johnson. Um, let's see, there's more here from sorry, not Mark, from Mike Larry, Kurt, I mean, Joseph, Eddie, Zeke or Zach, uh, everyone who joined me on this live stream. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, again, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So just look at the description. You'll see my social media sites. Just click on it, follow me. I really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know about everything about the Lakers when it comes to post-game shows, trades, rumors, uh, free agency signees, drafts, everything about the Lakers. This is the channel for you. So please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers, and welcome to the Los Angeles Lakers, Mark Williams. Take it easy, guys.